motorcycle. Feast your eyes on the class of 1999, the fastest production motorcycle ever produced, allowed by law to ever be produced. This bike was owned by Greg Mullaney, a super bike collector, local guy who had a stunning collection of super bikes and decided to downsize to just 3 bikes, and he kept his 3 favorite bikes, and this was one of his favorites, but I'm not sure what the reasons for the downsizing was, but I couldn't wait to get my hands on this because I knew how well he took care of his bikes. I'd seen the pictures and the photos and the description, and to find it, we've sold over 7,000 motorcycles since we opened the shop here in 2013, and I've been doing this at other locations since I was like 15 years old. And since 99, I've only seen a handful of originals that are this nice and unmolested and never been dropped or abused or beat on. This is a stunning piece, original paint, original wheels, original brakes, the 6-piston calipers, 6-piston dual front calipers. The the wheels, everything on this bike, the center stand, everything's in pristine condition, and it's got very low miles on it. It has, let's see, let's check. It has 13,691 miles. The only upgrades on the bike is the Yoshimura. Check out the Yoshi polished stainless exhaust. It's in beautiful, it looks like it just came out of the box. It's absolutely freaking pristine. And also the upgrade to the Michelin Pilot Sport 3. It's one of the top of the line high-speed radios, and you're going to need it because this thing will do damn near close to 194 miles an hour is what it's rated for. So the fit and finish, the paint job on it, everything on this bike is stunning. Even has the original solo cowl on here. Very, very hard to find them in pristine, mint original condition like this one. Of course, we still sent it through the service department as part of our due diligence here and didn't need much at all. We performed an oil change with Spectro 1040, a new oil filter, changed the coolant and the brake fluid. Other than that, it didn't need anything other than just a quick once-over 100-point inspection, which we do on all the super bikes we sell here to make sure they're safe when we ship them out. And this one's an absolute diamond and needed next to nothing. It even comes with the pristine original owner's manual and, of course, the title. So no excuses. Also has been upgraded to braided stainless front brake lines. Other than that, it's all factory fresh or mint original. When first shown to the press in '99, the first Hayabusas made a profound impression. No previous motorcycle had broken the production model top speed record by such a margin of 14 miles per hour. So, I mean, it was remarkably faster than the competition. Hayabusa is Japanese for peregrine falcon, a bird that often serves as a metaphor for speed due to its vertical hunting dive or stoop speed of 180 to 202 miles per hour, the fastest of any bird. In particular, the choice of name was made because the peregrine falcon preys on blackbirds, which reflected the intent of the original Hayabusa to unseat the Honda CBR 1100 Super Blackbird as the world's fastest production motorcycle, and this bike right here did it. The Hayabusa managed to surpass the Blackbird by at least 14 miles per hour. The first generation had a 1299cc. This is the first generation, 79.3 cubic inch, liquid-cooled, inline-4 engine with 16 valves driven by dual overhead camshafts. This configuration, technologically unremarkable for at that time, delivered a record-setting claimed 173 bhp. So not only was it way faster, it also had way more power, 173 horsepower, which was at the time was unheard of, at the crankshaft by virtue of the largest displacement ever in a sport bike, in a ram air system that forced cool, pressurized air into the cylinders at speed. Combined with sophisticated aerodynamics, this powerful engine pushed the Hayabusa's top speed above the Honda Blackbird by a significant leap, contrasting with the incremental gains that preceded the Suzuki Hypersport entry. The Hayabusa's abundance of power at any engine speed made the Hayabusa easier to ride by giving the rider a greater choice of gear selection for a given speed and stunning acceleration. The ram air ducts at the front of the drooping, rounded nose squeezed the frontal area away from the headlight, and this, along with the need for a narrow frontal area, necessitated a stacked headlight and high beam behind a single lens. Moreover, the need to reduce the extreme drag encountered at high speeds determined the Hayabusa's entire bulbous bodywork design. Koblenz remarked, Non-traditional styling generates the main controversy of the Hayabusa when viewed through the eyes of those who judge its beauty on the basis of its functionality, or given a little time to get used to it, the bike's looks did find admirers. So it was designed to be exactly the way it is due to wind tunnel testing and to be stable at ridiculous top speed of 194 miles an hour. The striking two-tone brown-silver paint scheme on this bike is 100% original and was loved by some and not so much by others. But what was successful in the intent of an all-new flagship product to make a bold statement. So their aerodynamic shape was key to the Hayabusa's ability to reach record-setting speeds. So reflecting in 2009 on the initial design, the creator of the Hayabusa's look, Suzuki's Koji Yoshiro, said that the intent in 1999 was to create a somewhat grotesque design and create a strong initial impact. The mission was to create a total new styling that will not be out of date within a few years, and a styling that will be the face of Suzuki. Yoshiro also said that the goal was not to achieve the status of the fastest production motorcycle originally, which in early stages was slated to be only 900 to 1100 cc's, but that as a consequence of pursuing the best handling, the best acceleration, safety, power, riding ability, original styling, etc., for good of the customers, it became the fastest production motorcycle. By doing this, once the model was out in the market and the performance of it had been proven, he thought that people would start to show interest in the rather unconventional design, and then the design would be caked in people's minds, and that's exactly what happened. Even the new 2024 Hayabusa, which has an MSRP at 20 grand, you're going to spend 23 grand out the door, looks very similar to this and actually has a lower top speed than this. There's only one original, and there's only one first year of any model, and this is the highly coveted original first year in 1999. The engine uses a gear-driven counterbalancer to reduce vibration to the point that the engine could be solidly mounted to the frame for the purpose of increasing chassis rigidity. Show them the rear swing arm, how massive this gusset is right here, and how large the swing arm is. Employing a conventional twin beam frame, fully adjustable upside down forks, using specially developed tires, and being relatively light at 473 pounds dry, the Hayabusa's handling was considered excellent for a machine of this class. One reviewer, Koblenz, noted a slight hesitation when rolling on and off the throttle. So the top speed agreement, which you've probably heard about, I'll tell you about that in a second here, with rumors and then pre-release announcements of much greater power in Kawasaki's Ninja ZX-12R in 2000, which I happen to have right behind us right here, a pristine 2000. Show them this one, Ron. This was the same guy who owned the Hayabusa bought this bike as part of his collection, because these were the two super bikes of that era that were, you know, considered the two fastest, and they were at war to try to claim that title. Clearly attempting to unseat Suzuki and regain lucrative bragging rights, the speed war appeared to be escalating. There were growing fears of carnage and mayhem for motorcycles getting outrageously faster every year, and there was talk of regulating hypersport motorcycles or banning their import to Europe. The response was a so-called gentleman's agreement between the Japanese and European manufacturers to electronically limit the speed of their motorcycles to 186 miles per hour. The informal agreement went into effect for the 2001 model year. So for 2001 models and those since, the question of which bike was fastest could only be answered by tampering with the speed limiting system, meaning that it was no longer a contest between stock production motorcycles, absolving the manufacturer of blame and letting those not quite as fast avoid losing face. Both Kawasaki and Suzuki would claim, at least technically, to have the world's fastest production motorcycle. But in fact, the Suzuki was. So, this is the only year some early 2000 models made it through that ban, but this first year was the one that was not limited, and was substantially faster than the governed speed. After the inclusion of the speed limiting system in 2001, the Hayabusa remained substantially changed through the 2007 model year. An exception was a response to the aluminum subframe on 99 and 2000 models cracking when the bike may be overloaded, so no fat chicks as a passenger, and overhead luggage on it. So, in fact, the steel frame subframe that they put on it after that added 10 pounds. So the later models were heavier and slower than this. As far as the performance goes, Cycle World had done a shootout test on this bike, and they clocked it at 194 miles per hour, and it did 9.86 seconds at 146 miles per hour. You can go to 0 to 146 miles an hour in 1,200 feet, which is pretty absolutely ridiculous when you think about it. I mean, that's like getting a shot out of a rocket, and it set a whole new category in the top speed. This is the bike that spurred the manufacturers to come up with that limiting. And of course, there was a second and third generation. In fact, now you can still buy one of these today. You can buy a new Hayabusa for $22,000, $23,000 out the door. But there's only one first, and this one's pristine. If you look at the fit and finish of this bike, starting at the front, the original front fender paint is beautiful. The calipers and rotors, there's been no refinishing of anything on here. It's only been cleaned and polished regularly. The front fairing is in mint condition. It's got one tiny little speck right here. Coming down the side, the fairing's absolutely pristine. No evidence of it being dropped. One more tiny little speck right here. Other than that, it's freaking beautiful, man. The tank is absolutely stunning. There's no scratches or degradation of the fit and finish anywhere on this. The gauges are pristine. Electrically, it's a 10. Mechanically, it's a 10. And cosmetically, it's a 9.9. Come around this side right here. You're gonna see the paint is, there's one tiny little scratch right here, but the paint is absolutely freaking pristine. Shines as good as new, and the exhaust system looks brand new. This has not been painted. This header hasn't been painted. That's just the way. That's the way this bike's been cared for by a collector who knows what the hell he's doing, and not some kid who just took it out to beat the shit out of it. Or, you know, this side right here, pristine. I don't see any scratches on here anywhere. This side of the tank, not a single scratch. The tank is impeccable. This side of the fairing here, you always want to check the bottoms of these super bikes, right? No evidence of the fairing, no cracks, no damage, no, it hasn't been laid down. The engine case, look at this engine case, pristine. The kickstand, pristine. Center stand, pristine. We did not paint these. This is exactly the way it looks. It's original. Same thing with the Yoshimura exhaust. It's got it's been upgraded with a gold chain, the Yoshi exhaust, and the braided stainless lines is the only upgrades I saw on it. And of course, the Michelin, top of the line Michelin tires that have 90% tread left on them. Original production date right here, February of 1999. If you zoom in, you can see that. Just a beautiful piece, man. Coming around this side right here to this side of the fender, there's the top is pristine. There's one little nick right here. So the dash, this looks spectacular. The fit and finish of the mirrors, the grips, levers, everything's pristine, like what day it came out of the factory, as are the gauges. So if you're a collector and you're looking for a pristine first year Hayabusa, it still has a sticker on the swing arm, the warning sticker on it. This is as good as I've ever seen, and we very, very rarely get in Hayabusas, first generation ones that aren't highly modified and repainted and everything. They're only original ones. Even has a battery tender hookup for the new battery in it, so you can keep her charged. Needs absolutely nothing. It's ready to go. If you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. And if you want the nicest 99 first gen I've ever seen, I'd call Junior and pull the trigger. We can ship it anywhere in the world for you. We offer financing in-house through Freedom Road, same company we use to sell the Buells, or Buell dealer, or Stark dealer, and of course Gas. So we sell a lot of new bikes here, but there's only one of these guys, and it's one of the nicest ones I've ever seen. Thanks for watching, and God bless America.